everyone. Today we're going to be talking about Mercedes-Benz, and specifically we're going to also go into our Mercedes motorcycle. So we're first going to introduce ourselves. My name's Mia.
My name's Tristan.
I'm Timmy.
I'm Caden.
I'm Vivian.
And I'm Braden.
Great. So the history of Mercedes-Benz, it was founded by Carl Benz in Stuttgart, Germany. The first car was in 1855, as you can see down in the left corner. It was a three-wheeled, self-propelled motor wagon. Although the first car was made in 1855, the company itself wasn't established until 1926. Since then, it has production factories in 17 different countries. Some of those are listed right there. In the bottom right corner, you can see the logo for Mercedes-Benz, and you can see that it's a three-pointed star. The symbol represents the company's drive to have their engines dominate the land, the sea, and air. As far as the history of the marketing strategy for Mercedes-Benz, it's been centered around luxury, safety, and precision engineering of its cars. The slogan they use for their advertising, and you'll see it on billboards, commercials, is "the best or nothing." This helps them reach their target market. Their target market is middle-aged people with middle to high incomes. The quote that you see on the screen is the mission statement. And the mission statement reads, "We will inspire and create an exceptional place to work and to do business. One employee, one customer, one vehicle at a time. Through our transparent atmosphere, premium auto inventory, and individualized customer care, we create the luxury shopping experience that our customers truly deserve."
Next, I'm going to be talking about the environmental analysis. So first, Mercedes-Benz main competitors are Audi, BMW, Porsche, Lamborghini, and Bugatti, which are all very high quality brands with evolving technology, which is why Mercedes has been evolving their technology as well. COVID-19 has caused destruction to the economy globally, with businesses being shut down, jobs being lost, and many people having a lot lower incomes. It's decreased the demand for luxury goods, including cars. As well, President Biden was sworn in, and since he was in office, he reduced the pumping of oil to help the environment, which has caused gas prices to increase dramatically. And since this is just the start of his presidency, they'll probably stay very high for the rest of the 4 years, maybe 8 years, which is going to cause an increase in the demand for electronic cars, which Mercedes-Benz has just come out with. Also, like I said before, there's been huge technological advancements in the last decade, and Mercedes-Benz has come along greatly with new technology, including increasing safety, comfort, and user experience, lane changing controls, which reduce crashes, voice assistance, remote start, and more. And specifically within the last decade, the importance of protecting the planet has become a large priority for people, which again, the electronic cars do great for Mercedes and will continue to be a great part of their company.
All right, and next for the marketing plan, Mercedes plans to promote the exciting side of their brand by integrating brand cheerfulness and brand spiritedness. So they're just trying to get people excited about their new and upcoming products. This brand is at the top of its industry, making statements that it will strive to set standards for the rest of the automotive industry. And Mercedes is implementing its luxury design and state-of-the-art technology into its marketing plan. And next, so for the marketing performance, there's been an expansion of Mercedes' target market to the LGBTQ community with Arms Wide Open. They had a commercial. This mural is from the commercial. It's called Painted with Love. And the focus was talking about people who had been bullied in the LGBTQ community and the pretty bad experiences that they had. So it was definitely a welcoming with Arms Wide Open, and it was very different for a commercial for vehicles. And then the digital displays that cover a large portion of the front interior of the vehicles, they're looking to expand on these. So they have an image right there, but I heard that they're going to try and expand them across the entire front portion of the vehicles. And next.
All right, so the SWOT analysis, Mercedes-Benz has plenty of strengths, and that's pretty much why they're very successful in what they do. Some of these strengths are they lead in innovation, and they lead among other car manufacturers. They're the top of all car manufacturers. And through sponsorships, Mercedes-Benz has been able to have a good sports and motorsports presence, which is really good for the company to get exposure. And with strengths come weaknesses. Mercedes-Benz market share growth is limited due to the great number of competitors in their field. And since there is a great number of competitors, Mercedes-Benz has to make sure every product is flawless. Everything that goes out that people are buying has to be top line. And then Mercedes-Benz has a few opportunities to be successful in the near future. They're focused on creating the best hybrid and fully electric car, and they're planning on going fully electric by 2025. And with Mercedes-Benz being a fast-growing automobile market, they have an opportunity to increase their income. And just as every company has weaknesses, they have threats. So Mercedes-Benz, the government is one of their biggest threats. This is because the government can put regulations on what they're allowed to do car-wise. So that means like how wide they can be, what specs are allowed in them, what technology they're able to use for their cars. And fuel prices too are rising. And so if they go fully electric, their customers don't have to worry about fuel prices. But as of right now, they do. And all of their vehicles use premium gas. So fuel prices are really one of their biggest threats too. And then as far as coronavirus, this was their biggest threat starting last March. They had to shut down their shops for a couple months, and they had to push people back. They had to send people home. But they really took that and they created opportunities with that. They provided price refund funds for all their customers. And they, next slide.
Okay, so now we're gonna get more in to the marketing mix.
So I'm going to be talking about the Mercedes current marketing mix. Their product, their customers expect trustworthy luxury cars. They've been in business for over 100 or about 100 years, so the customers really expect the quality. They also produce versatile work vans, mainly sold to businesses for hauling equipment or passengers. They also have plans for 10 lines of electric vehicles by 2025. For their price, they have a wide price range, anywhere between $33,000 and $130,000. Customers see it as more of a trade-off for the quality and the experience in return for money. And their target market is the middle and upper class. For promotion, their cars are known to be technology-driven and professional-looking. Like Caden said, their slogan is "the best or nothing." For some of their promotion, they have a lot of concept designs, some seen in like Drake videos, which have over 350 million views currently. They also have the naming rights to some stadiums, such as the one in the bottom left in Atlanta. For owned advertising, between Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, they have over 63 million followers, which they utilize heavily. For their place, they have production sites on 5 continents, with their largest markets in Germany, the US, China, Great Britain, and South Korea. And in the US, they have over 300 dealers alone, mainly in densely populated areas where their target market mainly lives.
Okay, so now I'm going to get into talking about the case study. So for this, I'm comparing Audi versus Mercedes-Benz. So a little bit about Audi. They were founded in 1899, and originally they were 4 companies that merged in 1932 to form Audi as we know it today. Their primary goals right now are to produce all electric vehicles by 2025 and to continue research in artificial intelligence and self-driving cars. So I'm going to be comparing their marketing plans. So for Mercedes-Benz and Audi, they both have just over 300 stores in the US. They are mostly in cities, which shows that their target market is people who live in cities or maybe the surrounding suburbs as well. For price, 2 of the sedans that can be compared, Audi is just a little bit more expensive, or $6,000 more expensive. So that can definitely be seen as Audi having more luxury. Maybe they have more features. So that's definitely something to think about when comparing the 2 brands. I'd say the biggest difference and the gap between these 2 brands is their promotional techniques. So for Mercedes-Benz, they have a lot more traditional and straightforward commercials and advertisements. They also focus on style, reliability, and that classic look. The classic look is super important to them. And their website flaunts donations and history. So they really like to show where they've come from, and they like to show off who they're working with and donating to, because a lot of people who have money or focus on luxury also like to give back. So that's something important to them as well. But for Audi, they definitely focus on other things. They use a lot of hashtags like hashtag drive progress. Their website focuses on the future, and their products are also, they follow those paths as well. So for Mercedes-Benz, they have classic vehicles, sleek, high-class luxury design. However, again, the biggest gap is that Audi is definitely focusing more on electric vehicles, research in artificial intelligence, and they're also partnering with Amazon to sell charging stations, which is really top-notch, a good thing to get invested in. So those are the 2 main differences, is their promotion and how they are promoting those products.
All right, and next we're going to talk about Mercedes-Benz luxury touring motorcycle. So marketing objectives for the new motorcycle, the target market is 25 to 44 years of age, and they want to market the exciting side of their brand to the younger generations, and at the same time market the practical side of their brand to the older generations. And details for our target market. So the bike is going to have sleek aerodynamic lines of the fairing, which is the front end of the bike, colors of elegance and color change options available. And there's going to be a nice large seat that's very comfortable and removable as well. And it's going to come in multiple colors of the customer's choice. And there's also space for 2 people on this bike, so it'll be great for traveling.
So now I'm going to talk about why we chose this target market. So we chose this market because people on the younger side or middle-aged people are often looking for thrill that the motorcycle can provide. This target market also includes professionals who are interested in a luxurious vehicle that will show off their status, something to add to maybe their other Mercedes-Benz cars or luxury cars as well. The age range we chose will likely have the money to buy this luxury motorcycle as well. They're not too young, so they're not just starting off, but they're not also on the older side, because a lot of older people, as they get older, may not want to ride a motorcycle. So these young professionals have high-end hobbies and interests outside of their careers. They enjoy owning status symbols like motorcycles. So that is why we chose this target market.
So the product, so this product is a fully electric bike, and Mercedes wants to like keep the luxury of their products in this bike, and it will have the best technology, which Mercedes is also known for. And the place, these can be purchased anywhere. Mercedes-Benz has manufacturers and dealerships all over the world. they might have different styles depending on where you buy them, and they could be more expensive depending on the style.
For the promotion of this bike, we want to utilize paid media such as magazines and TV commercials. We also want to utilize our owned media. Like I said, we have 63 million followers, or Mercedes has 63 million followers across all their social media platforms. Maybe create a different area on their website specifically for the bike. Also could create concept models like the cars to draw a lot of interest and create a buzz. Also advertising at bike shows would be good because like in 2020 at the Sturgis rally in South Dakota, there was over 450,000 attendees in the middle of a pandemic. So people really love their motorcycles. For the price, we want to go a little higher than average, somewhere between 18 to 30,000, just because we want customers to still see it as a trade-off for the experience and quality, and the pricing reflects the quality and innovation of the bike. And it'll also create a lot of interest because it could be seen as somewhat of steel for how good of a bike it could be for the price.
And then for the implications, the first step is creating the actual product, so turning raw materials into the actual bike. So to do this, it's important that Mercedes-Benz can partner with different companies that produce high quality parts so that they're reliable, just like their car is. Also, kind of like what Timmy was talking about, the promotion is very important. And the biggest part is creating awareness. So having new advertisements, sending them to loyal Mercedes customers as well as new ones. So like Timmy said, doing motorcycle shows, as well as having Mercedes-Benz pop up during web searches of people that are looking for motorcycles. That's going to be a great way to have new customers see the product. Also, it's important to have competitive advertising so that Mercedes-Benz is now competing against different well-known and other reliable companies to show that it's just the same as those and it can compete well with those other companies, as well as having competitive pricing. But just like Timmy said before, knowing that it is a little bit higher priced would show its status and show that it is a nice and reliable motorcycle.
As far as evaluating the success of the motorcycle, we have split it into 3 different plans. The first you see is a 3-month plan. Just kind of after the first 3 months, we'll see how the sales are doing with the motorcycle, and we need to evaluate to see if we need to make any drastic changes right away. Second is a 6-month plan. We'll compare the sales with the 6 months after the motorcycle is released with the sales after the 3 months. And we need to also realize, we can't be too harsh on ourselves, that we need to realize the market is always changing. So we might not see success right away. As far as the year plan, we need to evaluate, as far as the success, we need to evaluate the stock price for Mercedes-Benz, and we need to receive and evaluate the customer feedback. We will be doing that through email and the surveys that we'll be sending out, and seeing the feedback of the motorcycle and how customers are satisfied. The 2 last things that we really need to do is compare the sales to other motorcycles. Don't tell me, was I the only one that came out of that? All right. Sorry, I'll just play it off. Sorry, my computer crashed down. As far as evaluating the yearly plan, like I said, we need to compare our sales to other motorcycle companies and see if our motorcycle will compare to the other companies, and see if we'll be just as successful as them in the future. And then we also need to compare the sales for the motorcycle for our company overall, and see if it's worthwhile to keep creating motorcycles and keep making them for the future. And thank you for attending our presentation and have a wonderful day.